So I'd like to call to order the Sherborn Cultural Council meeting on Thursday, December 11th at 6:50 p.m. I'd like to go around and do some quick introductions. Just you could do your name and why you're here or anything of interest, just to say hello. So I'm Jennifer Debin. I've been on the council here for about 5 years now, and I've lived in Sherborn about 20 years, and I have 4 sons.
Okay. I'm Trisha Caldecott. I have been on the council, I guess, 3 years, and I'm pretty much an empty nester. And I've lived in Sherburne for 28 years, 27 years, around there. So, and I had 3 kids go through the schools, and my husband grew up here. That's about all.
I'm Holly Pope. I'm brand new to the committee. I'm Trisha's neighbor, which is how I got wind of this
Yay!
little group. Yeah. And I'm an artist and a former art educator, and I have 2 daughters who we raised in Wellesley, and I've lived here for 6 years. Have I mentioned that? And I'm excited to be here.
I'm Kathy Horrigan. This is my 5th year also. I have 2 children, 15 and 23. One is just out of her master's program, and the other one is a freshman at the high school. And I've been here 25 years, I think. 25. Yeah, 25.
And I'm Liz Panagoulis. And sorry, I'm just trying to find stuff since I got here so late. I lived in Sherborn, I don't know, 23 or 24 years, 2 kids, and one's a senior. She's the last one out. And that is that. And I've been doing this, I don't know, 2 years or 3 years. I'm not sure. Time is going by so fast.
Hi, Chris. Welcome. You got to unmute.
Chris, can you unmute?
No. You can also type in the chat. I don't know if you see that at the bottom. If you're having trouble with your mute, you can type in the chat. We're happy to have you here. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
Hello, welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, do you want me to introduce myself?
Sure. Just briefly so we can get started.
Okay. Right. So, Chris Winterfeld, and I'm brand new to this, and but I'm happy to be on the board. And so I've lived in Sherborn, oh my gosh, I bet 40 years. So happy to be on board, and I'm just gonna listen in tonight. It's my first meeting.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are going to get started discussing the grant requests. We have 8 members currently, so we needed 5 for a quorum, which we have reached. So we can begin discussing the grants. We got 15 requests in. There was a little discrepancy on the money. The state gave us $5,700. So that's the allocation from the state. There are still invoices coming in from 2025 events that we funded. So I know that all of those have not come out yet. I literally got one submitted yesterday for close to $900. So I believe the best number to look at for us to work with is the 5,700 to be safe, because we know that the state has given us that amount. There might be a little cushion from some leftover money, but please feel free to speak up if you feel differently. But I think working with the 5,700, we know that that we're covered.
I don't know where I saw 6,500, but
I think I did see like 6,400, and I think that includes some that hasn't come out yet from 2025, because there were 2 invoices a couple weeks ago. I don't know if those have been processed yet, and then there was one literally this week. So
okay.
I do have a couple of things if I can hop in
Yeah,
here.
please do.
Just if anybody has a conflict, a potential conflict, just let us know with any of the grant requests. If you're connected to the organization currently, you have family members or any other kind of special interest in it, it's good for us to know. I'm always going to advocate if we do provide funding for them to acknowledge that we did that at their events that we're supporting. And I did contact the state today to get a list of any prohibitions because I remember last year, we can't cover food, I believe, or hotels. But I don't know that they keep it as a list. So I'm just putting that out there. And also, two of our biggest organizations that typically ask are the library and the COA, as you probably saw in our requests in the portal. So I was kind of curious because both of them have supporting boards. The COA, Friends of the Sherborn Council on Aging, and the library has the Friends of the Sherborn Library. And I actually years ago was on the Friends of the Sherborn Library, and kind of recently with Chris on the COA board. But I also was a founding member of the Friends of the COA board a million years ago. So anyway, I just thought it would be interesting to see how healthy they are right now. And I did look on the AG's charity listings that the Friends of the Sherborn Council on Aging, from what I can see, has a $63,994 in their coffers for, I think, 2024. And then, and if anybody wants their tax ID numbers or whatever, I'm happy to give them out. The Friends of the Sherborn Library um, hasn't filed anything from what I can see since 2018. I'm totally open to being corrected on that. But that one shocked me. And at that time, their net assets were listed as $93,700. So I'm just putting that out there. So when these organizations say they might their backups, how that's one of the questions in the applications. They have two significant funding potentials as backups.
Thank
So
you,
I'm just
Tricia. That's good information to have. Since we only do have 15 grant requests, and those do come as a big chunk of them, I mean, we do have to strongly consider them. I think it might be a different conversation if we had a ton of requests coming in.
precisely.
Yeah,
And we
right.
didn't do a lot of publicity or any
Well, I
this
did
year.
reach out to the high school
Yeah.
to
Well,
try to
no,
get.
thank you for that.
Yeah,
I know
I
you
reached
did
out
that
to the
on
high
your
school.
own.
Yeah.
And I think that
And
was great.
we didn't get any grant requests from students, but I was hoping that some of the art students at the high school from Sherborn would have put something in. So we can be more proactive in the future to get more local artists and a greater array of grant requests. But this is what we have in front of us to look at today. So I'm just going to quickly go over some of the criteria that we use to decide. It's supposed to be in the arts, humanities, or sciences. It has to have a public benefit. It can be non-discriminatory. It has to be across the board non-discrimination. And we have identified as a community priority that we like things in a range of age groups. So that's one of our considerations when we're going through to try to see, our kids invited to this? Is it strictly for seniors? And, those kind of things, just to see if we find a balance of grant requests that would allow all Sherborn members to attend at some point, some of our events that we fund. The people who get grants are supposed to acknowledge that it is from the Sherborn Cultural Council in their publicity. So that is something we could check on and make sure they're doing, but they are supposed to be doing that as part of their receiving the grant. They're supposed to acknowledge that they got it from us and show that publicly. So because we didn't do a ton of publicity this year, we've had a lot of disruption on the board in terms of we had some long-term members resign. And, thank you so much to the new members who have joined it to make it possible to even move forward. We were at a point where we didn't even have enough people to really function. So thank you. Thank you so much. In a small town, it's so hard. The volunteers are spread thin. We really appreciate you being here. So let's dig in. Does everyone have the panel book so we can just start? We'll just start with a quick discussion and go through 1 to 15. We're not talking about voting yet. We're literally just initial discussion. Sorry, Kathy?
No, that was my daughter.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Chris, I wonder if you should go onto the Mass Cultural Council site and create an account there while we're talking. That might, if you didn't do it initially when you were first appointed, you probably didn't. A lot of people don't. So
Okay, so
it's just Massachusetts Cultural Council. And you want to just, I think, I did this a couple of years ago now, but you create your own login and everything. And then you'll see our panel. When we say panel, we mean the list, the 15 requests that we got. So hopefully you can get into that. But we'll talk about them here. So
yeah. So number 1 is the Copper Bookmark Workshop with Heather Beck. That would be at the library. It's intergenerational, but it's limited to about 15 people. And it would be to make a bookmark that you could take home with you. So I think that they've had her there before. So that's for Heather Beck for Copper Bookmark Workshop, and that's under the library.
I think this sounded wonderful. It sounded so interesting.
Yeah, I want to go make one. Are we allowed to go?
I know. Can we go and join in?
I know.
It's a different kind of art form. It's, I think people would I would imagine enjoy it very much and learn a lot. Most people
Yeah.
don't get to work with these materials.
Right.
So did you guys not see the email that I sent where the library scored their list of their priorities? Because this was their last one of all of the
Yeah.
grants that they wrote. This is the one they wanted least.
No, I know. And I'm glad you said that, Kathy, because I am curious, and I would like all of us just to briefly discuss this. When an organization sends in support for it, okay, for the artist, are we, is that dispositive that that kind of bumps it to a priority situation, or is it just a compelling additional reason that we might want to consider it?
Well, if they include a letter
you gave them a great opportunity to rank them, and
Yeah.
that's the first time I've seen that, I think.
Yeah.
And so, and I know they were grateful for that, and that's actually helpful to us. But
Yeah.
I was curious if that impacts our autonomy. I'm gonna go mute.
Well, I mean, if they have a great supporting letter for every grant, then I don't want to say it discounts it, but you know what I mean? It's like you really should only have that for like your top 2 or 3, I would think. The only other thing is that I did the math. If you look at that grant, the grant writer said that they're only expecting 7 people, which would mean $75 per kid, which is crazy. And then even if they get the full amount of kids at 15 kids, it's $35 per child. So when I look at grants, of course, I like the grants that are $300 and 80 people are going to enjoy it because you're getting a much bigger bang for your buck.
Yeah. The cost of everything has gone up. You can see that by almost all of our requests, even people who requested in the past, some of them have gone up in cost. And we can fund a portion, but we're not going to discuss any of those details right now. We're just going to really go through it and get an understanding of like the basic idea behind each one. We have 15 to go through. So if we don't want to be here all night, we do have to keep going. But I do think it's still up to us ultimately. The grant writer put it out there and it's our decision whether or not to fund something, even if it's whatever priority the COA or library has listed it as. It's still ultimately up to us. And I think the priorities would come more into play if we had a ton of requests. We do not have a ton of requests. We could, I think, as Kathy alluded to, fund a portion of every single one of these, no problem. So the priorities to me would more come into play if it was coming down to like, oh my gosh, we really can't do this because we have 50 requests, but we don't have that problem. So the next one, if everyone's okay, if we just move on to
So
the
we're
next
not voting as we
we're
go,
not
Jennifer.
voting
We're
right
going
now.
to do it
We
at
are
the end.
not
Okay,
voting. We're going to
perfect,
do a quick
perfect,
run through,
perfect,
and
perfect.
then discussion and vote. So, is everyone okay if we go to number 2, which is called Open Door Connections? And that is to have a potential for free admission to the Discovery Museum. They said that they had 116 Sherborn residents at the museum last year, according to the stats that they keep. And I was reading in the Mass Cultural Council funding things that ticket subsidies are often requested. So this is kind of a normal thing that towns get from various museums. So your residents can go to the
That's
museum.
good to know. Thanks for looking at that. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So there is a potential for many to be served from Sherborn. The museum itself is not in Sherborn, so that, does come into play. But with the fact that they said at least 116 documented people from Sherborn did go last year, I thought that was good to know. Anybody
But
else have anything to say about this one before we're
well,
not voting again, we're just doing a quick recap of each one.
well, this is to give free tickets to, I don't know, a bunch of people. And I mean, I used to go to Discovery Museum all the time with my children, but I always paid. So, even if we fund this, it doesn't mean that Sherburne people are going to get the tickets.
I believe that they're requesting from a lot of towns.
Right.
So it would the amount that they ask for from our town is equivalent to the amount that they expect, the amount of people they expect from our town, was my understanding.
Hmm.
But at any rate, it's a free admission, which may help a lot of families, especially around. I mean, who knows what's going on with the economy, but that's a different discussion.
Can I ask how much they're looking for?
They are looking for 400. And again, we're not talking details yet, but we can fund a portion. We can vote to fund a portion. It doesn't just have to be an outright yes or no. Okay. Number 3 is summer garden science with the Easton Children's Museum, but they come to our library. And it is mostly serving children, but their caregivers would also be there. And it aligns with the summer reading theme. So if anyone else has anything
that was 375.
375. Yep.
But it said it only serves 25 kids, right? Is that the one that's only 25 children?
Well, it said 40 people, 25 youth.
It depends on who shows up. It could, that's
Yeah.
the thing. You never know. It could be a bummer of a day and there's 5 people there, or it could be people really are interested and there's 80. Like
it's part of Liz Anderson's theme
right
for the summer.
I think it's actually a statewide
theme.
Yeah, along
nutrition and right.
Yeah.
But it's planting in the city, so only 25 kids can do it. And you get a kit and you take it home and I'm just saying, like, I always, as I already said, I look at the numbers and 25 kids can do it. So I did the math. I think I can't find my thing. But anyway, I'm just saying, let's keep in mind that it's 25 kids only, which is fine.
We have
I'd
the
rather
money.
200 kids.
Yeah. We have the funds that we need to dole out. So it's, if we don't fund it, I think that there could be other funding, but because the library, like Tricia mentioned, does have some funding of their own. But we can discuss that when we get to, if we approve it and when we get to how much we would fund. So It does align with the summer reading theme, and we do tend historically to support the summer reading kickoff programs and other related programs. That has been historically something that this group has contributed to.
And
The only other thing that's
and
weird
Liz
is,
did put in a letter. The library
right,
did formally support.
yeah, but they did that for almost every grant,
Yeah.
so. The only other weird thing is that it's July 28th, 2026, when nobody's around. I mean, if you guys have ever been in Sherborn in the summer, it is empty.
I
Well,
I think that sometimes the people that are around, they really do use the library though. The people that are around for the summer, they're really looking at the library program as something to do with their kids when they are here.
okay.
So I don't know, but it was, put in by the library, and do I have the priority list in front of me here?
I think it's pretty high up.
Okay, so um, that was number 3. We got to keep moving on because we're already got off to a late start. Number 4 is Winterfest, and that is also through the library and the Friends of the Sherborn Library. And this would fund 2 puppet shows, and it would be interactive and also have a artistic element where the people attending can make puppets after the show. And there'll be a good number of attendees. There'll be a lot of children, but also, any community members are welcome to attend Winterfest. And it usually has a large turnout. It's probably one of the largest turnouts of activities in Sherborn on a yearly basis. So for us, it could be good exposure as well if they, give us a shout out and let everyone know that we funded this.
I'm glad you're saying that because
people there.
I mean, if we fund this entire event, maybe it becomes a Sherborn Cultural Council event because that's what it looked like to me. It was a 700, right? $700 ask. And that's what they're sponsoring it with. So
the budget
and as I said, I looked up what their resources are right now, and it's pretty healthy. So would we want to step in and become the sponsors of this? Because if we're covering the entire
we are
cost,
without having to do the work. We just get our name on there and we vote and give them the money. So as long as they're acknowledging where they received the money from, I do like that
surprised they're asking.
That it reaches a large amount of people though, and we do need people to ask because we don't have a lot of requests. So
Well, my only issue with it is it says in the grant, our target audience is children of all ages and their families. We are targeting individuals from the areas surrounding Sherborn. Okay, no offense, but we are we're the Sherborn Cultural Council. Why are we targeting people from the other areas instead of the people from Sherborn and Dover?
They are, but it's also open and it's not limited to.
But they're literally targeting their words. We are targeting individuals from the areas surrounding Sherborn. I'm just saying, aren't there enough of us here in Sherborn and Dover that could enjoy this wonderful?
I think the fact that they spend a lot of time putting it on, they want to just say, it's open to anyone. Occasionally when my kids were little, we would go to something in Natick or Medfield, and it's just a nice community building thing to have it open instead of being like this is restricted to Sherborn residents. So
no, I'm not saying we're restricting it, but we are funding it. So the Sherborn Cultural Council is funding an event that the grant writer is literally saying is not even for Sherborn.
It is for Sherborn, but it's open to the public. And
it doesn't say that.
The theme is love for our community and around the world. So the theme is love for.
So love for the other towns, but not our own town. Okay, that's great.
Okay. Well, it doesn't say not our own town, but
it does. It literally does. We can go back to it, but
it's the number one priority from the library.
I know. So, I'm the one who got the list.
It's a big event for them. There's no question. It's a big event. It's just whether we want to participate.
Okay, the next one is Art Along the Shore, which is a visual art display at the library by 2 local artists, a painter and a photographer. They will do the visual art display, and many viewers will be able to see it because it will be up for 3 months. Again, that could be good exposure for the Sherborn Cultural Council if it's clearly shown that we help to fund this. Everyone who goes to the library could see our name and become more aware of what we're doing here. And then we will hopefully get more grant requests from different sources. But it could be good exposure for us, many viewers of all ages. And it's a visual art display, which we don't have a gallery in town. We don't have a place that people go to view art. We don't have an art museum.
But I was on the Friends of the Sherborn Library as the exhibits coordinator. So the library's always been a place to view art. We just have, we're coming off a massive construction project and all of that. So I don't think people are used to it, but they will get used to it as we use that space more and more. My, I guess, concern, I'm not sure how this would read, but and the artwork is beautiful. I have seen this in her work in real life. I haven't seen, I think it's her husband's photography, but I to start paying for exhibiting artists' materials, I just don't know, because no other artist, I did it for 3 years and no artist ever put in a grant or request. If anything, they actually donated some artwork at one point. So to the library to raise money for the library. So I don't know. I'm just going to put that out there. I just am a little ambivalent, I would say, about getting into the habit of financing our exhibiting artists at the library.
We
Because
really
we
don't
are
have
giving
another,
them a platform
but
to
we don't
sell
really have
their
another.
work. We're giving them a shop for three
Yeah. And that's
months.
fine, but like if you think of other towns, they would probably fund the same thing, but it would be in a more, I don't know, a gallery
A
space.
different context? I don't know.
We have the
I'm not
library
sure.
space, but they're asking for 700 and their
artists
budget is
commonly have to
39. Go ahead.
artists
Go ahead.
commonly
Go ahead, Holly.
artists commonly have to pay venues for the privilege of exhibiting. There are so many artists that would give their art eye teeth to exhibit at the library. I don't. Anyway, we can discuss it when we're voting, I guess, but it's another thing to
Well,
gauge
their
cost.
project costs 3,900 and they're asking for 700. And again, we could fund a portion.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that's just something to consider as we move on to when we move on to the voting and then how much we're going to fund. Okay, let's see. What's next is number 6, the music of McCartney, the world's most successful songwriter. And this would be put on with the COA, Council on Aging, but it is open to all, it did say. And it is something that was a priority for the COA.
And the price is good.
The price is reasonable.
Yeah.
That I don't know if we should, we don't need to necessarily consider that at this moment. We really need to consider the merits of the actual event itself. But I mean, McCartney is huge. So, and
Yeah.
people.
And the price is 300, Chris.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's for the COA. I think it's going to be held.
COA, yep.
Yeah.
It says it's open to all, which not all of them really are, especially if they're during the cafes or the lunches. That's more actually for the seniors and possibly some of their caregivers. But this does specifically say open to all, which I noted.
And it has a letter from Christina Gallant, the director.
Right. Another
It's a
support.
priority.
Right.
Okay, number 7 is a music and education event, and this would actually be the ukulele workshop. And this particular teacher mixes music and comedy, which that was an interesting combination. And we don't really have comedian requests ever. So I thought that sounded like a fun combination. The COA did endorse it, and they said that they've been looking for a ukulele teacher. So, anyone want to add anything on that one?
Well, did they specify? Because he listed several programs.
Specified ukulele.
Ukulele.
workshop.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was their choice.
All right, great. I think that's very topical right now for the past few years. It's very accessible to people. I think it could be a great program. That's 450. 400 for the musician teacher, David Malou from Belchertown, I guess, and $50 travel.
And we can talk about price later, but I don't get too excited about paying people to travel. It's like, if we're going to pay you $400 to show up, I think you can just get yourself there. But that's my 2 cents for the moment.
The next one is the Veggie Circus, which is at the library. It's mainly for kids, but again, all their caregivers would be entertained as well. It's an acrobatics event regarding reading and nutrition, which also aligns with the summer reading theme. So it's acrobatics and
Don't forget the hula hoop lessons.
hula hoop lesson at the end, so it is interactive as well. I thought it sounded like a lot of fun, and it's something different.
And that's the summer kickoff.
Yeah, we haven't had this
Yeah.
request before, and typically we've had the same thing over and over again. So it's kind of nice to see something a little
It's
different,
different.
outside the box, and I think kids and adults would be excited to see this.
And that's 900.
Yep, and that's the Veggie Circus.
That's a significant 900.
That's expensive, but we can, I guess, talk about that when we get to the funding.
Yeah. And I think it's multiple members, so that contributes to that because you have to pay each. It's not just one person. Okay, number 9 is Music from Memphis, and the culture or the COA endorsed this one, and it sounded interesting. His description sounded great, and I know that the COA does like to bring their musical performers for the lunch events throughout the year at various times. So
And this is a return performer that they know appeals to the.
Yes, he is. Although he's gone up from 300. I think when I used to hire him, he was 300 and now he's 500. But anyway,
yeah,
they like him.
They like him, and it sounds like an interesting program. All right, number 10 is A Musical Journey Through the Years with Thomas Roll. It was COA endorsed, but they did say that they've had a lower turnout in recent years. So if we do need to consider priorities, then that would probably be a lower one. But we also may be able to fund everything. That will be just a discussion during the next round here. But he's a known entity. He does have a crowd of people that do like to see him every year. So anyone want to say anything?
No, just he's 525. Was that a jump from this past year? We just paid his bill for last year. I'm curious what the rate was.
Trick question
He was
for
500
Jennifer.
last year.
Yeah.
And we paid a portion of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, the
great.
fact that they listed him last, if they have 5, in their priority list, he was last, just FYI.
Yeah, he was last, but again, we do have the ability to fund a portion of each of these if we choose to. So
Yeah,
keep that in mind.
71%. Or less.
Number 11, Traditional Rhythms of Mali, Learn, Listen, and Play Djembe, which is a drumming event with a drumming circle, and it can accommodate up to 100 people. And this one is specifically for adults, but it says ages 18 to 100. So
And that's 800.
It's 800. Again, we could do a portion of it, but it could be up to 100 people, which I don't know how many we would get, but it would be nice if we got a large turnout for that.
Wait, up to 100, or was that the age? 18
No,
to
the
100.
age and the attendance were both.
And the attendance, okay. Because I have 18 to 100, okay. And it looks fabulous. That looks like a great program, something cool.
But it's only one guy and it's 800. And I mean, I could put in a grant and say mine is for up to 500 people. That doesn't mean I'm going to serve 500.
Right, but he has a history of larger. He does. They had pictures and video along with it. He does have a history of drawing larger crowds. So I don't know that we get 100 in Sherborn, but it does look quite interesting and something different.
Are you sure it's for adults though? Because every picture is children.
Yeah, this one's for adults. It's at ages 18 to 100. So.
Really? I'm trying to find that. I don't see that, but okay.
Wait, let me just say that he listed some places that he would advertise, and one of them is that Community Kangaroo, which is geared towards children. So I don't know. I did notice that because he said 18 to 100, but then if you're advertising in the Community Kangaroo, if any of you get that, it's geared towards young children. So I don't know.
I mean, I'd almost rather hear it, he's coming to Pine Hill and he's going to perform for 500 kids. Like, to me, that would be more enticing.
Well, speaking of which,
But
we didn't get any from Pine Hill this year. So
I know.
we always do, and we did not.
So
So,
maybe that's a good sign that the CSA has been doing
yeah,
quite well. That would be
right,
great.
right. So they have possibly been able to fund their own events.
Mm.
The next one is number 12, High Art Exhibition, and the theme is Revolutionary Art. And this is at the Attleboro Museum, and they take a portion from each of the communities that has their high school students participate in this gallery show. And it's an opportunity for DS students to show their work in a real museum. And every year they do participate. And last year, one of the DS art pieces won a merit award.
Which is
So,
fantastic.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so wonderful. I think this is a great program.
Yep.
What an
I talked,
opportunity for the students. What an
I,
opportunity for the students.
I spoke to the art teacher, and they're obviously endorsing it as well. And first of all, it's only 200. They're endorsing it, and the high school students, I don't know if it's in the AP art class, but they're definitely going to be exhibiting. So we're definitely going to be part of the whole exhibit this year.
Great. Okay. The next one is number 13, Blues to Bluegrass, musical performance. The COA endorsed it, and it's an annual favorite.
Yep,
Any-
Roger is definitely one of the favorites.
Roger Ticknell. Chris, you
Yep.
remember Roger, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. He's asking for 580. Kathy, 80 for travel. So you can
Right.
talk about that
So
later.
again, when we get to money, I'm going to say
Yeah.
I don't mind paying him 500, but I don't think I need to pay him $80 to drive there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Number
He
4.
teaches people to yodel.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
yodeling involved.
He's very
You're going
gifted.
to get
He's
all
very
kinds of skills through these grants. You're going to make, you're going to learn a lot. Hula hoops and yodeling.
I always wanted to learn how to yodel. I really did.
All right. There you go. Okay, number 14 is the Ensemble Fiato concert at the Sherborn Library. This is featuring a local musician, Wendy Vigneault, and the library will cover part of it. It's a large ask, but that's because there are 4 members of this concert ensemble. I do like that it's a local musician. We really do not have local artists represented in our requests very often. Musicians we bring in from far and wide across Massachusetts, different shows to put on at the library, even the Veggie Circus, they don't come from Sherborn. So I do like it when I see that this is an actual Sherborn musician that would be performing. So that's something to keep in mind. It is a large
1,200
ask.
is,
Yep,
we
it's
can
a
talk
large
later.
It's a large
1,200 is
ask.
significant.
It was one of the priorities for the library. It was number 4 on their priority list. By the way, the drumming was number 3 priority, which I didn't mention during the drumming one, number 11. That was a number 3 library priority.
And we do need, what did she say in there that we need adult music programs at the Sherborn Library? She doesn't have a lot of them. And
Yeah,
that she also said that when they did it before, it did help combat the winter blues. She
that's
said that in
nice.
her letter.
That's nice. Okay, so that's number 14. Moving on to 15. This is Theft of Dignity School Anti-Bullying Presentation by Dennis Wise. He put this request in last year as well, just so all the new members know. And in his application, he actually lists the wrong school. He likes these to happen at the school during an assembly, and he wrote Mohawk Regional. So he didn't even write Dover
Oh,
Sherborn.
Jennifer, is it possible he put that in as like a reference that he was going to be doing
No.
that, or no? You think that was just an error?
I think that was an
Okay.
error, but
did he do the same school last year as an error?
I don't know, but the reason we chose not to do it last year is because we really have no control over what happens during the school day at Dover Sherborn.
Right.
So
he would be wise and well off to talk to the schools
exactly
and see if they would support this. That would be a smart move for him.
Right. And it really doesn't fall under our arts and sciences. It is a worthy topic. It is
It's
a
a
very important
social,
topic. Yeah,
social mental health issue.
right. But I have not vetted him. I have not seen his
Yeah.
performance
It
or
looks like he has impressive credentials, but
right. But
he should,
it
if
does
he
have to go to
watches
the
this,
school.
he should, or if he appeals, we should steer him to the middle school and the high school.
Yes, yes, because we could fund it, but then they could say we're not hosting it. So
Well, let me ask you this, Jennifer. Do
yeah,
you
go
think
ahead.
Challenge Success would ever be interested in him?
It's possible, but
That's
again,
another place.
it
That's
would
right.
have to be an evening presentation.
Right.
If the Challenge Success parent group was going to take it on, um,
Mhm.
it wouldn't be in the school with the students during the day. It's just very, very hard to get in front of the students, and the administration really doesn't prefer whole school assemblies. They think that they're not. They don't get through to the students. The students are distracted, and it's just, especially with a really sensitive message, it's not the best way to reach the students. So, uh, yeah, I mean, people could reach out to him if we vote against this. When we give the denial reason, it could be, please check with the administration or the PTO or Challenge Success, like not just a like see you later guy, but like give him some guidance because I don't think that the Sherborn Cultural Council is the right place for this, but I do think it could be worthy. Again, I don't know how sensitive, like how in depth he gets with it. You have to be very careful on topics like this. And I have not seen his program. So I don't know who it would be appropriate for if it's not great for, younger middle schoolers or, this topic
And I
is
don't
very,
think I think you may be right. It may not fall squarely within our mission. So,
that's what I'm thinking. I
yeah.
do think that topic is so important, but I don't think that it falls within our mission, and we cannot make it happen in the school during the school
Right.
day. We
The middle
cannot do
school
that.
did say that they weren't going to like endorse it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they were approached?
Well, he wrote to the middle school and they did say that they weren't going to, they're
Oh,
not going to
well,
like have it.
okay.
But I do think, any of us could probably either go see one of his future talks because he's going to be in all the different, he's in Weston, he's in a bunch of different towns. So if we ever were interested in the topic, which I am, we could go see him or ask the school if we could go see him or ask him for a video. And then
yeah,
if we like it, we could talk about like Jennifer's
Yeah.
on Challenge Success. Maybe it's a Challenge Success thing. I don't know, but you're right. It's probably not an
A
SCC.
video would be helpful. You have no sense of how, yeah.
yeah.
But again, I don't know if we're the right people, but you just listed several that he could approach. I guess the middle school didn't work out, but there's
Yeah, it's a
others.
very sensitive topic. So depending on the way he presents, it could
Mhm.
be only appropriate for older teens. We don't know that. But
Do
again,
they still have a guidance advisory council at the high school?
we do.
Yes.
They might want to take a look at this too.
Yeah. There are a lot of people in this realm that are public speaking on this topic. So, I mean, he is one of many, but he could be added to the list of people that they're looking at. I know it is a very important topic, and
Yeah,
uh,
but you would want a mental health professional to vet
yeah,
this.
exactly, exactly. I don't think that we're the right venue for him to get funding, but we can discuss that when we go through and vote.
Okay.
Um, does anyone have any questions so far? Everyone can hear everyone clearly.
Do you want to
Yeah.
go in the order of the priorities list that we were given? Or do you want to just
I think
go
it gets
1
too
through 15?
complicated. I think we just went 1 through 15 last
Okay.
year, and
Okay.
we all went through and said yes, yes, no, whatever. And I wrote it all down so I can keep the minutes and
Thank you.
who voted what.
And can
And
I ask a question?
yeah, go ahead, please.
I missed the beginning of how much money we have to allot.
Okay, so the state has given us 5,700.
Okay.
We believe there might be a tiny bit more than that in the actual account, but some invoices are still coming through from 2025. So we feel comfortable that the 5,700 from the state is our amount to allocate for the
Now, if
2026 year.
I know we'll spend all of that, but in the off chance we don't spend all of that this year, do we lose it or does it roll over into the
No, I
next?
believe we can roll it over, and there are also things we could discuss, like we can hold a grant reception for all the people that we gave grants to. We can have like a social hour and spend some money on that. We can order a banner that says Sherborn Cultural Council. There are things that we can do with additional funds that we just haven't had the bandwidth to do because our volunteer numbers have been so low. But there are things above and beyond just the basic granting that we're doing tonight that, in 2026, if people have the desire and want to take the lead on some of these things, we could have a reception. Some towns do have a reception. Some towns do more advertising with things like banners in the center of town or alongside, let's say, if we do fund the musical ensemble, there would be a banner saying Sherborn Cultural Council behind them, things like that that would cost a little bit of the funds. So that's my understanding of how the funds can be used besides these grants that are in front of us tonight. Do we want to take a 2-minute break, bathroom break, water break,
Sure.
or we want to move
Yes.
right in? Bathroom
Yes,
break?
I would.
Okay.
I would. Thank
Okay,
you.
so it's still going to be recording. Just put yourselves on mute and turn off your camera, and please come back in like 2 to 3 minutes so we can just get into the voting. Thank you. Are we ready to get going again?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. I never left.
I
I
had to go to the bathroom.
did.
Okay. All right. Hopefully everyone's re-energized for the second half of the meeting. Oops, is everyone back here? Okay. My son is just walking in the door from college, so it's his
Aw.
freshman. Yeah, he's home. Yay.
Fun.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if everyone's okay with it, just go 1 through 15. I think it'll be less complicated just to go in order. Um, Chris, do you feel comfortable voting, or would you like to abstain because it's your first meeting? You are definitely allowed to vote. You are a full-fledged member. You can do that. You've been approved by the select board. So you are welcome to vote, but I need to know.
Let me just audit this one.
Okay.
I think that might be best.
Okay. Okay. We do have a quorum without your vote. So,
Okay.
yep, you can listen in and take notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have-
Thank you. So I'm just going to go through one by one and we're going to say yes or no. We need a majority. So with 5 of us voting, we need 3 out of the 5 for it to be a yes. Does anyone have any questions before I get started on number 1?
We having any discussion around it, or are
Yep,
we going right
we
to a
can.
vote? Okay. All right.
I mean, if someone wants a discussion, please stop me and say it, because some of them probably warrant a little discussion, and some people probably just know what they want to vote already. We can have a discussion for each and every one, but if it's not necessary, we can literally just do the vote and go on to the next
Sure.
one.
Okay.
So number 1 is the copper bookmark, and again, like we could fund a portion, and we will discuss that in the next step. So this is just to vote yes or no. How much we fund, we're going to vote separately.
So our yes could be a qualified yes for a lesser amount.
Right.
Okay.
It's just if you would like to fund this project at all, then vote yes. If you are definitely against it at any amount, vote no.
Okay, Kathy's a no.
Okay, number 1, the copper bookmark. So Jennifer, I am a yes. Kathy, you said no.
Yep.
Trisha?
I'm a yes. Oh, sorry.
Holly is a yes.
Mhm.
I'm just going to say everyone's name with the vote just to get it on the recording clearly. Trisha?
I'm a yes. I thought it
Trisha's a
sounded cool.
yes. And Liz?
I'm just not sure, maybe, but just,
Okay.
after we discuss the money, I'd have to say I'm a maybe at the moment.
Okay,
on
well, we
that
have
one.
3 yeses, so that means that it is a yes for number 1. And then we can discuss the portion in the next round here.
Okay.
Number 2 is, one second, Open Door Connections, the Discovery Museum ticket subsidy funding for free admission.
Oh my God. Hey, Lynn, can I call you back?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll call you right back.
Kathy's a no.
Okay, Kathy is no for number 2. I am a yes. That's Jennifer. Trisha?
I think I'm a no.
Okay. Liz?
Yeah, I'm a no on this one.
Okay. And Holly?
I'm a yes.
Okay. That's 3 no's and 2 yeses, so that's a no for number 2. Okay. Are we doing all right with the
Yeah.
format so far?
Yes.
Okay. Number 3 is Winterfest, Love for Our Community and Around the World. Again, we can discuss the portion if this passes. I am a yes.
I have number 3 as Summer Garden Science.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Summer Garden Science. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, number 3 is Summer Garden Science. Thank you for the correction. That's the Easton Children's Museum coming to our library. So
I'm a yes.
I'm sorry. Can you
Yeah.
please say your name with the yes?
Trisha is a yes.
Okay, Trisha's yes.
Liz is a This is a yes.
Okay.
Yes, and when you're saying them, Jennifer, can you say the amount so we all know? This one
I can.
is
Yes.
325. Is that what you said? Okay.
It's 320. It's
375.
375.
375,
But
sorry.
again, we're not voting on the amount.
No, it's just to
I
know
didn't
what.
want to, that's why I wasn't
Yeah.
saying, because I didn't
Oh,
want to
okay.
confuse. We're not voting to fund the full
Just the
amount
idea.
necessarily.
Okay.
Kathy, sorry, did you vote?
Kathy's a yes.
Kathy's a yes on number 3. And Holly?
I'm a yes.
Okay, so that has all yeses, so that's a yes. Number 4, okay, I skipped ahead. So number 4 should be Winterfest, love for our community and around the world. The puppet show and a large number of attendees. Want to get the voting started, Kathy?
I'm a yes, but I don't like the wording.
Okay. Um, Holly?
Yes.
Holly is a yes. Liz?
Yes.
Okay. Jennifer is a yes. And Trisha?
I'm a yes.
Okay. So that passes on 5 yeses. Okay. Number 5 is art along the shore, visual art display at the library. Trisha?
I think I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Can I raise a concern real quick before we vote?
Sure. Yeah.
My concern is that they say it's a $3,900 project. They only want 700 from us, but my question is, if we're only giving them 700, where's all the other money coming from?
Yeah,
And
really.
like, how are they going to do this project if, I don't know, even if we
Yeah.
give them the 700, how do they pay for the 3,900? And like Hope said, most artists would kill to be displayed and might even pay to be displayed. So I guess I'm a no, but mostly because I don't understand the numbers on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have their description in front of me at the moment,
They
but
broke out the budget on the
yeah,
budget
I
thing.
think they said that they would take the costs of
Yeah.
the remaining amount. And it also is at the library. So like Trisha said, the friends of the library, maybe they could appeal to them as well for partial funding. I am a yes on this one. Liz?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and Holly?
I'm a no.
Okay, so that's a no for number 5. Okay, moving on. Make sure I'm doing the right one. Number 6, the music of McCartney, the world's most successful songwriter, Daniel Kerouac. Trisha?
I think I'm a yes on that one.
Okay. Liz?
Yes. Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Kathy's a yes. Holly?
No.
Holly's a no. Okay. And Jennifer is a yes. So that's going to pass with 4 yeses. Okay. Number 7 is music and education event, the ukulele workshop, music and comedy with David Malouf. And Holly, you want to start out the voting on that one?
I'm a yes on that one.
Okay. Kathy?
I'm a yes.
Kathy's a yes. Liz?
Yes.
Okay. Trisha?
Yes.
Okay. And Jennifer is a yes. So that passes. Okay. Number 8 is the Veggie Circus. And that is at the library, acrobatics, reading, and nutrition, aligning with the summer reading theme, interactive, entertaining for the caregivers as well. Liz?
Yes.
Okay. Kathy?
Yes.
Holly?
Yes.
Trisha?
Yes.
Trisha's a yes, and Jennifer's a yes, so that passes. Okay. Number 9 is music from Memphis. Council on Aging endorsed with David Politan. And that is a musical performance. Trisha?
I think I was a yes on that. Just a second. Number 9. And it was a return performer and it was 500. I said, yeah, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so Trisha's a yes. Kathy?
Yes.
Holly?
I was a no on that.
Holly's a no. Okay, Liz?
Yes.
Liz is a yes, and Jennifer's a yes. So that's 4 yeses, and that passes as well. Okay. Number 10 is A Musical Journey Through the Years with Thomas Roll. He's a repeat performer, COA endorsed, but has had a lower turnout in recent years. But he's still endorsed by them. So, Kathy?
Can I vote last? I'm kind of torn
Oh,
on that
sure.
one.
Sure.
Me
No
too.
problem. Okay, Trisha?
I'm gonna hang back and think a minute too, because I don't. I can't remember how what it what the turnout was or the reception when he was there, but he's been coming for quite a while.
Yeah. And who
Oh,
knows, maybe it was just an off day. I don't know. Weather could have prevented people from coming. I don't know. It was still endorsed. It was still put forward.
They still wrote a letter, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
hmm.
and we do have the funds. So it's not like we're going to be pushing something else out if we decide to do this. So that's something to consider as
I
well.
think I'm gonna abstain because I don't know.
So no vote at all.
I
Jen?
think so. I don't know. What are people's thoughts?
I'm
Wh-
torn too. I actually think he's got a good voice. I actually liked it.
Oh, okay, you listened.
But I mean, I would just throw out a yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Holly,
Because
pass.
it's not, how much is this one again?
525.
Oh, 525, that's right.
But if we
I'm,
partially fund him,
Yeah,
if we partially fund him, so I guess I could be a yes.
is that
yeah,
Kathy a
yeah,
yes?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. I'm a yes, Jennifer. Liz?
yes.
Liz is yes. Trisha, would you like to vote?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. That's fine.
So that's a
I
yes.
mean, again, this depends on how much they've explored other options.
Right.
And also, there's nice warmth in the familiarity of having someone come back again
Right.
for all these
Mm.
years. So.
Okay. Number 11 is Traditional Rhythms of Mali, and that's the drumming circle. That would be at the Sherborn Library for people up to age 100, which that would be cool if we actually got that, and up to 100 people. So that's the Traditional Rhythms of Mali, number 11. Trisha?
I thought it sounded like a great program. So, is this the Djambi? Let me
Yeah,
see. Yes,
Dujambi.
I would vote yes on this.
Okay, Trisha's a yes on 11. Holly?
Yes.
Kathy?
No.
Kathy's a no. Liz?
Yes.
Liz is a yes, and Jennifer's a yes. So that passes with 4 yeses. Okay. Number 12, and this is the High Art Exhibition, Revolutionary Art at the Attleboro Museum, where Dover Sherborn students would display their work in a real art museum.
Enthusiastic, yes.
Okay, Trisha's a
I think
yes.
that's such small. It's wonderful. It's great budget, and
Yeah,
it's the upside it's all upside for the students. So it's great.
Yep.
yeah,
Okay, Jennifer, I'm a yes. Liz?
yes.
Liz is yes. Kathy?
Big yes.
Kathy's a yes. Holly?
Yes, big yes for me too.
Okay, so that passes with 5. Number 13,
Cracky, no.
that's Blues to Bluegrass with Roger Ticknell, COA endorsed annual favorite.
Kathy's a yes.
Okay,
Trish is a
Kathy,
yes.
So is
Trish,
Liz.
Liz, yes. Holly,
I'll go along.
okay. Is that a yes?
Yeah, that's a yes.
Holly's a yes, and Jennifer's a yes. So that passes as well. Okay, number 14 is the Ensemble Fiato concert at the Sherborn Library. That is a quartet featuring a local Sherborn musician, and that is going to be right at the library during the winter. Trisha?
I'm gonna hear what people have to say.
Okay.
So I have
Liz?
I may be a yes, but not nowhere near 1200.
Yep, that's understandable. We can discuss that in the next part. But there are some that we said no to, so that does free up some funding for other places. Holly?
I agree with Liz. I wouldn't fund it for the full amount, but
Uh,
yes for a partial maybe.
Okay. So Holly, yes. I'm a yes. Kathy, do you have thoughts here?
Kathy's a yes for a partial.
Okay.
And I'm a yes for a partial, but
Okay.
very partial.
Okay.
We'll
Trisha
see.
is a yes. And Liz?
Yes, I
Okay.
already said yes.
All right. Thank you. We have one more to go. That's number 15, the anti-bullying presentation, the theft of dignity by Dennis Wise. We weren't sure that this fell within the purview of the Sherborn Cultural Council's mission, and we don't really have control over what happens in the Dover Sherborn schools. So that was our discussion
Right.
around that. So would anyone like to start the voting?
Liz
Oh,
says no. I think there are too many unanswered questions and concerns.
Thank you. That was Liz.
Yes.
Okay, Liz says no. Okay.
Trisha is no, same reasons.
Trisha, no. Kathy?
Kathy's a no, but I will take on the task of emailing him and maybe going to see his presentation or asking him to send us a tape so that we can, maybe we can vet him and maybe we could offer it through Challenge Success or some other venue in Sherburne and Dover.
Great idea. Okay. Holly?
I'm gonna be a no, and I'm in agreement with everything that everyone has said.
Yeah, I'm a no as well.
Right.
So that's a no for that one. Okay. Thank you all for that. We have, let me just summarize and make sure we all have the same thing here. Number 1, yes. Number 2 was a no. Number 3 was a yes. Number 4, yes. Number 5, no. Am I going too fast?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Good.
Number 6, yes.
Mhm.
Number 7, yes. Number 8, yes. Number 9, yes. Number 10, yes. Number 11, yes. Number 12, yes. Number 13, yes. Number 14, yes. And number 15, no. Is that correct? Does that line up with what everyone had?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
And I did the math if you want the number, but you want to give me the number and I'll
That's
see if it's the
12,
same.
12 yeses, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, 12 yeses, and then we have 5,700 to spend. Is that what you were doing, Kathy? Just divvying?
Well,
Is that what you?
what I did was I added up these grants if we were to fund them at 100%, and I came up with 7,055, but someone else could check it.
Okay, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Does someone else want to do that? I can do it if we just take a break for a second. I mean, we don't have to turn off our cameras, but
Well, and with that number, if that number is correct and we divide it into what we have, we could fund all of the remaining ones at 80.7%. Just an idea.
okay. Yeah, there are a few different ways we could approach it, but we're in good shape, I think, with being able to give a decent amount to each of the ones we said yes to.
Mhm.
Okay.
So just a flat percentage across the board versus,
No, it's just an idea.
One
It's
way.
just,
That's
I
one way
just
we.
throw it out there just as a thought, but like you guys said, the ensemble at 1,200,
that
it,
I wouldn't want to do it 80%. I'd want to do
exactly,
that.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It probably doesn't work for all of them.
right.
Right.
Or for things that have a tiny budget, like the $200
Oh, exactly.
Right.
exhibit.
Yeah,
like,
I'd give
it
them
should be
full
just
funding.
full fund.
Exactly.
Right.
I think we
Yeah.
should do it on a case by case
Yeah, we
basis.
can. We
Yeah.
can. We can.
Um,
I'm looking at travel, people. I'm looking at travel.
travel.
Well, that can come right off the top. I don't care.
That's my hot button.
And it's not that much that I saw. It's like $50 or $75 for some of them,
Yeah.
or 80. I think one of them was 80.
Rogers
Yeah.
80, someone else is 50.
It's still people's time though. And if they were working for someone else, they would get reimbursed for the travel. So
Eh,
I understand why they're putting it in there. It is their time that they can't be working doing something else. Like it is actually, you could start the clock on the minute they leave their door to get to the location. So
yeah, but do I get paid
I
when I
can
drive
see
to
both
work?
sides.
Nobody's paying me to drive to work. I'm just saying.
There are jobs that reimburse mileage and things like that. So
Mm.
yeah. Okay, so how do we want to do it? Do we just want to do a case by case and add up to the 5,700?
Why why don't we whittle down what we know we want to whittle down? Like we know we want to whittle down the quartet.
That's a good
So if
idea.
we whittle down a couple of things and then see where we're at.
Yeah, maybe you start at the
Or
big number ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm open for whatever people think is easiest and
Well, what do we think is fair for the quartet? Now, first of all, didn't they ask for 1,000 last year?
they
And
do.
now they're at 1,200. Am I right? Or correct
Yep.
me.
Yep.
That's a big
So they
jump.
went up 200,
Yeah.
but it's the same quartet, I believe.
Mm.
So I don't know. What are people's thoughts?
Want to just start at 50% of it and then take a look at where we land on everything else. And
So 600.
Let's start throwing out some numbers for each one, starting with this one, and then we'll see what if we're getting close to
Right.
the G700. Does that sound
yeah,
good? Okay.
That sounds good.
Could we say for this one 500 or 600? Maybe 5? I don't know.
Yeah, for this
600.
this particular grant, it is mentioned that the library can fund the difference. Not all of the applicants state that, and so if there's
And so it's not only the library, if you think about that, because if
right,
the library is saying they could do it out of their budget, they also have the Friends budget,
right,
which is
Right. But
93,000.
but we do have our budget, and we did vote yes, so we do need to
okay,
fund a portion. We funded $867 last year.
Yeah.
Just for reference, I don't know that it matters, but we did fund a nice portion last year. So do we want to do 600 there and see where we land?
Why don't you just mark it for 600 right now?
Okay.
right.
And then we'll look
Now
at
do
the
we want to
others.
go through from starting at 1, or do we want to tackle some of the bigger numbers?
Well, I would see this is where the prioritization by the organizations comes into play.
Yeah.
Because number one is the least important to them. So should we maybe start now looking at the priority lists and work?
The other thing is which ones we voted completely, like we all agreed, and it was a definite yes.
Okay.
That's another way.
I mean,
to,
like the unanimous ones.
yeah,
right? Because ultimately,
Presumably, we're
us.
fine with the amounts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can consider the priorities definitely, but also which ones we were definite, in agreement on. Those are our priorities, right? So
Right.
it's also the only hands-on craft program in the whole
True.
mix,
Yeah.
and so I like it for that reason. And I also think that metalworking opportunities, I'm a metalworker,
Yeah.
cool.
are few and far between, especially for
Yeah.
youth. And I think it would be a great exposure, even
You
if
could-
it's just.
We could inspire an up and coming artist. You don't know.
Never know.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we thinking? 400? I mean, how do we want to do this? Do we want to do a percentage, or do we want to go on like what we think is a fair amount that could, have the program happen?
I'm gonna look at Liz's list and see how did we Kathy, did you put together how much the library asked for when you were asking for the prioritization? Is it clear on your email? How much were they asking for in total? Let's see. Okay, so Winterfest was her number one. That's 900.
This is always the trickiest part.
Yeah, it is. Well, we've never had this happen. We asked for the information and it's in front of us now. So
How much did you fund Winterfest last year?
Well,
don't
it
think-
wasn't the puppet show. It was something else. It was $300 last year.
Yeah.
But I don't have the full information. Like this is 2 puppet shows, so
Right.
it's doubling. It's for 2 different puppet shows for 2 different age groups, plus the puppet making activity. So that's 700. And last year, I'm not sure. I don't have all the details in front of me. It wasn't the same puppeteer group that we funded.
Okay.
It just says Winterfest. So I think they may not have even had the details at that time, but we're just asking for some portion of funding.
Well,
All right.
what did we say to Winterfest? What did we say? We
Liz, I'm
said
sorry, I did
700,
not
yes.
get your vote on number one for some reason. I did not mark it down here for
She
my notes.
said maybe, that's why.
Did you end
Oh,
up?
for the
She
number.
said maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay, that's why I had, that makes sense why I have a question mark there. Okay. All
Question
right,
mark equals maybe.
got it. Okay, so how do we want to do this, guys? We need to figure out we can just go through and do a portion of each one, like top of our heads right now, and then add
Yeah,
it up and see how
let's
close
do
we are.
that. Let's
Okay.
do that. Yeah,
Okay. So for number one, what, like $400?
I say 400. Yeah.
Okay.
What if it's a case where if she doesn't get her full funding, she can't do it?
Do it, I know.
It doesn't say
Well,
here that the library will pay whatever we can't pay.
she may ask for a grant from somewhere else. She may ask the Friends of the Library. As Tricia mentioned, they do have a significant amount of funding. And it has been our tradition to partially fund a majority of the grants.
How
It
you've
really,
traditionally
we
done it.
usually do that because we usually only have
Okay.
$5,000 to $6,000 to give out. So when people apply to us, they know we're a smaller council
Okay.
with less funding. So because our total is not that high, a
Right.
portion is typical.
Okay.
So I think they reach for the, when they put the request in, they reach for the max amount that they think we would give, but we do traditionally give a lot of portion funding.
Okay.
Okay. So 400 on the copper bookmark, the summer garden science number 3. We could probably fund that whole thing if we find it a priority. And what was the library's priority on that?
I'm looking right now. It was, what was that?
That was 5th priority.
Wait. What was it? Because it's not
Eastern
listed.
Museum.
Yeah, but she doesn't have, that's not what it's called on her priority list. Maybe she didn't even it didn't make it.
I thought she had Easton
Is
Museum.
that veggie? That's not veggie, sir. Oh, Easton
Yeah,
Museum.
number 3.
Eastern Museum is the summer garden science. Okay.
Right.
So that's just above the bookmark.
Yeah.
Other
Oh.
bit.
So we
So
probably
that's
could
375.
we probably could fund that full amount if we choose. I think I think we could be able to do that. I mean, we're cutting
Yeah.
out 600 with the ensemble.
Yeah, if you're cutting out with an ensemble, we could probably do the full 525 for this artist. But all right, keep going. That's all right. I would
So-
say yes. So fully fund Eastern Museum, the summer garden
375.
science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
We're not officially voting. We're just going through, and then I will make
Yeah.
it an official vote once we get close to the 5,700 amount, and then
Okay, good.
make it official. This is just discussion at this point. Okay, Winterfest is a $700 request.
I'd say 400. I mean, that's what I would
What are
say.
people thinking? This is a large event in Sherborn. It is one of the largest events, one of the
Maybe
annual
5?
Maybe
Biggest
500. Yeah, let's try 5.
5. Try 5 and see what we land on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, number 6 is the music of McCartney. I think we could fund that full amount.
Yeah.
Was that one of the COA priorities?
Yes.
It
Yes.
was. It's number 2.
Yes.
Yep,
Okay.
number
So
2.
we want to do
And that's 300.
leave 300
Right.
on that.
That's cheap.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's cheap, yeah.
No travel.
Right.
Okay, thanks, Kathy. Keeping an eye on that. I appreciate it. Number 7, the ukulele workshop by David Maloof. I believe there was some travel in there. Is that correct, Kathy?
$50 for
Yes.
travel. So we should at least cut that out.
You want to do the 400 for him?
It
Yeah.
also said for him that the place and the date were to be determined. Is that?
Well, he did have an endorsement from the COA, and he was one of their priorities. They said they've been looking for a ukulele teacher, and they
Okay.
haven't been able to find one. So I did
Okay.
note that. So number 3 priority.
And
All
they
right.
could do it at town hall, I'm sure.
So do you want to just say 400? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that. We can always go back and cut a little out from each one if we're
Okay,
going
good.
over.
Okay.
The Veggie Circus, number 8. That's multiple performers doing acrobatics and
That's a
teaching.
big priority for the library. It's the second one.
Okay.
900.
Interactive. There's going to be a large amount of children, and it's entertaining for adults as well.
Huh.
And don't forget the hula hoop lessons.
And hula hoop lessons. I need those. So,
What did we fund them last year?
I don't think they
they've
were
never
here. Is
come.
this new?
They've never come, but we always fund some sort of multiple summer reading events. In the past, it's been other performers, but this sounds really
I think
dynamic.
this will be huge if it's on
Yeah.
6/18/26.
It
That's
sounds
probably
really,
the last day of school or thereabouts.
it
And
sounds really exciting.
I
So
think a lot of people
Yeah.
will show up to this.
Could we do 800?
we can try that and see
Yeah.
what
I
we're
wouldn't
doing.
say no to that.
All right.
Yeah, 800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just remember they're doing pretty well. But yeah, I guess.
It's a lot. It's a huge percentage
Yeah.
of the whole budget.
What if we did
But it's also it has traditionally been one of our priorities to do the summer reading
kickoff?
off.
Would you be comfortable with 700?
Going once, going twice.
Let's
let's see.
let's plug in 800 and see where we
Okay.
Right.
And
That's a good idea.
put a little line next to it so we can come back to that one if we do need to cut out. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9, music from Memphis, 500. That's COA endorsed. I believe that will be at one of the luncheons.
hmm I mean, we
Um,
could do 450 or 400 if we had to.
Okay.
Mhm.
What are people comfortable with? Anyone else want to chime in?
Why don't we just start at 4 and
400.
then, yeah, make, we can add to all these as we see what money we have.
Does that sound reasonable? 400 for number 9?
Sure.
Okay. Number 10 is Thomas Roll, a musical journey through the years. Council on Aging endorsed, 525. Lower on the priority list, but
I would do 400 on this one too.
should we try 400? Did he have a travel expense, Kathy?
He's 5th on our priority list.
And actually, the David Politan, isn't that at least 2 musicians, maybe 3?
It is. It's 2. It's
it's 2.
Jennifer. Jill Goldman and David Politan. So
Okay.
I'm inclined to do 400 on Thomas Rule, and then we can circle back. Maybe everybody.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 400 on number 10?
Yeah.
Is that right? I'm trying to keep
Yeah.
track.
Yes, that's what I
Yes.
suggested.
Okay.
I accept it.
Okay. Number 11 is the drumming ensemble. We had 4 yeses on that one. It is a priority for the library, but it is 800. So we could, again, do a portion of that and see where we land. 5 or 600.
6 or 7.
600. Let's put 600 and see how we're
Okay.
doing. We're getting close here to the end, so we'll know soon if we do the full amount for Attleboro, right? The 200 for number 12, the Attleboro
Yes,
Museum.
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
I have a quick question. I was
Yes.
on mute and I couldn't ask.
Oh,
The
sorry.
$800, is that just one drummer though? Is that one person?
But he brings a bunch of drums and it's interactive and
But is he one person?
Yes.
Okay. So
Far as I
mean,
can
if it's
tell.
What?
What I see is that it's just this one person. His name is Moussa Traore.
but he also
Right.
teaches
What was
at
the term?
Berklee College of Music, so you
He's a
kind of
professor.
like I bet he's amazing.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
But again,
He's got immense credentials, it looks like.
yes. I'm just saying, if it's one person and it's 800 and we're cutting all these other people that are one person for 300.
Right, but he could probably play a private event and bring in a lot more, I think, with his level of expertise and So you do have to consider some of those things, like where he normally is performing, that he is a professor. Um, that
Well, if we're,
it is a unique and different talent that we
but
don't.
why are we cutting everyone else and not him?
No, we are. We said
Yeah.
600. We said
Oh,
600. Sorry.
I
Yeah.
must have been,
No, we said
I,
600.
Yeah, we said
I,
600, but we'll also circle back if we've gone over the full amount and we
okay.
can discuss further.
Thank you. I missed that. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Okay, number 12 was 200.
Yeah.
Number 13, Blues to Bluegrass, Council on Aging endorsed, annual favorite, Roger Ticknell.
Now, and $80 for travel.
Yeah. I'm against I think we should at least knock out the 80. And I love Roger and I know he's fabulous, but we've also paid for him for the last, 8 years. So I
Yes,
think, yeah,
when again, the Friends of the COA, they have right now the 63.
66,000.
Yeah.
They used to have 99,000, Trisha, remember?
No, that's for Friends of the Sherborn Library, and they were the last ones. The last filing that I saw on the AG's listing was back in 2018. So again, everyone feel free to double check all of this, but that's what I saw in a quick look before we
It would
got
be
onto
good
it.
to know before the next round next
Yeah,
year.
we will. I will. In fact, I might even reach out to these
Yeah.
boards
I
and
mean,
see.
it's too late to figure that
Yeah.
out for us now, but okay. Number 13, Roger Ticknell. What are we doing for him? 580 was the ask.
400.
Let me see. Let me see what we did last year for him. Last year we funded the full amount for him, including the $80. He has not changed his ask. It was 580 last year. That doesn't mean that, and we have a different board makeup this year. We can do different things. So if we want to do 400, if we want to do 500,
I mean,
we're
I
almost
would do 500 only because he's like top priority. And we're still cutting him 80.
okay.
Right. Yeah, let's say 500.
Okay, 500. And then we had the ensemble Fiato number 14 at 600. Is that correct?
Yes.
So if that
Wow.
adds up right, we're
Wow.
at 5475.
If I just added it up and I got 5675. So let's redo that. But anyway, we're very close, which is the good news. We are extremely close to our 5,700. So either one of those numbers, we are in range. So
Yes.
Great.
just I'm going to read through what I wrote down again. If someone wants to grab a calculator and
I got one.
okay, so number 1, the copper workshop, I have 400.
Okay.
The number 3, summer garden science, I had the full amount 375.
Yep.
Number 4, Winterfest, 500.
Yep.
Number 6, the music of McCartney, 300.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 7, the ukulele workshop, 400.
Yep.
Number 8, Veggie Circus, 800.
Yep.
Number 9, music from Memphis, 400.
Yep.
Number 10, musical journey through the years with Thomas Roll, 400.
Yep.
Number 11, traditional rhythms of Mali, learn and play djembe, 600.
Yep.
Number 12, high art exhibition at the Attleboro Museum, 200.
Yep.
Number 13, blues to bluegrass with Roger Ticknell, 500.
Yep.
And number 14, ensemble Fiato concert, 600.
Yep. I got 5475 again.
Okay. I was doing it while I was trying to talk to everyone and go through the whole thing. So 5475, let's have someone do it one more time just to like quadruple check. And then we can add back the difference to some that we were kind of questioning if we were funding enough.
Yep.
Just let's do it one more time to triple check.
Yep. If it's right, we have 225 left to give back.
That's amazing that we got that close. That's so good.
Yeah.
That's a
We're
relief.
we're pretty good. We're
I have
pretty good.
5475. Does that
Great.
You
sound
got
right?
it. You
Yeah.
got it,
1,
Trisha.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that we're funding.
Correct.
And it's 5475.
Do we want to add back where do people feel the priority is for adding a little bit back?
What
I
is
think
left? What is That
225.
leaves
We have
225.
225. I mean, I think we should give the Fialto ensemble a little bit more because
Okay.
they
Yeah.
asked for 1,200 and we literally cut them in half.
Okay.
All right, let's
Yes.
bump that up a
Yeah.
little bit.
Do we want to do 7 or 800? Because we
Let's
could
put 100 towards that, I think.
Okay.
Do
So
700.
we have 125 left.
What about throwing another 100 for the drummer? I think
To
that
cover,
sounds
does
a
that
very-
cover the full amount, or what was he down?
He was
He was down.
800, and it would
Well, we-
cover 700 out of the 800.
Oh, you mean completely cover him?
Well, he's now at 600.
Yeah, he's now at 600.
Oh, no, I would definitely give.
But
He
again,
would, he asked for, oh my God, I've got numbers everywhere.
if we give him 700, we're giving 700 to one person and we're giving 700 to four people.
But they have different qualifications.
Do
There's,
they though? I mean, are
yeah.
we saying those four women don't have the same level of talent or?
No, we're not. But I mean, they put forward what they thought was
It's
correct.
their second year too doing this.
And
He's new, right?
the quartet asked for $300 per musician.
Yeah, that's true too.
So
Or
I don't know if they're what if they tour around together normally and how much they get if they were playing at a private reception or I have no idea. So
At 700 though, we're only giving them 175 each and we're
do you
giving
want
them.
to give them more? Do we want to bump them up? We have 225 left
wait,
to give.
we've got, I thought that we were talking about,
We're talking about bumping them up to 700 for the ensemble, but we could give them the extra 225 and go to
I'd
8.
like to give some more money to the craftswoman, the first one, a
Even
little bit more.
it's only going to be for like 10 kids.
Well,
And it
and
was
their parents.
It was
and
lower
their-
on the priority as well from the
I don't
library.
know. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't want it to go away. I like, a lot of programs, not a lot of people show up. But for some
We have a
people,
small
it
town.
matters.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
matters.
Exactly.
For the few that show,
It
it
make a
matters.
difference for them. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so are we giving the ensemble up to 700 now?
I'd like to give them 800.
Okay, then we have $25 left.
Throw it to the bookmark lady.
Yeah.
I'd like, let's split the difference. Why don't we give them 750 and give the remaining to the bookmark lady? I don't know. What would that bring her to? Or who else? Who else is low?
Well, we were questioning giving a little more to David Politan. He was endorsed and he was one of the priorities. He's the music from Memphis #9. A
Can we
little
give
bit
him
more
$50 or
fully funding the Veggie Circus, summer reading kickoff, which would be giving an extra $100 to #8. Those were a couple things that we discussed as we went through.
Yeah, but that would be fully funding them. I don't know
Right,
if that's
right.
fair
Which we do
necessarily.
fully fund some things every year, a couple things, typically. It just depends on what we deem a priority. So it's it is up to us how we want to
Right.
divvy
I'm
up.
very open on the remainder of this.
Okay,
So, I mean,
so
I'm
what are we
curious what
doing?
people
What
say.
are we doing with the ensemble fiato? We had it at 600 in our initial discussion.
I'd like to cap that at 750 at the most.
Why don't we do 750?
Yeah, how about 750?
Okay.
Going once, going twice?
So what's left?
75.
Yep, $75.
Yeah.
So give that to the bookmark lady.
Wait, before we give it to her, can I ask a question? Who's number 4? Because we took them from 7 down to 500.
That's the Winterfest.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to give them 75 more?
I'd rather give it to Winterfest, which will be for like 180 people
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
I
that's
kind of
true.
agree, and that was the priority. That
Yes.
was the #1
I
priority.
just don't want, all right. That's all right. That's fine.
So number
That's okay.
4,
It's not.
number 4 to 575.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So does someone want to just add it all up one more time to make sure we get to the 5,700, and then we'll go through and vote on the amounts?
Yep. Do you want to call them out? Just
Yeah,
go
what
through
were
them.
our changes,
Okay,
Jennifer?
so number one, I have at $400.
Yep.
Number three, I have at 375.
Yep.
Number four, I have at 575.
Yep.
Number six, I have at 300.
Yep.
Number seven, I have at 400.
Yep.
Number eight, I have at 800.
Yep.
Number nine, I have at 400.
Yep.
10, I have at 400.
Yep.
11, I have at 600.
Yep.
12, I have at 200.
Yep.
13, I have at 500.
Yep.
And 14, I have at 750.
5,700
Ding,
Woohoo!
ding, ding.
Okay.
Okay,
on
so
the dot.
have to do the formality and go through, and each of us need to vote clearly with our name and a yes or no on the amount. And then we'll be done, and we can talk about a future meeting to tie up any loose ends after we submit these grant things. And that can be a few months from now, but this is our priority right now. So let's go through number one, $400.
Vote yes.
You can vote, say your name, and then,
Tricia votes yes.
okay,
Liz, yes.
Holly,
Yeah.
yes.
Polly, yes,
Kathy, yes.
Kathy, yes, and Jennifer, yes. Okay.
And can we go in the same order every time? So that way
Yeah,
we know
that's a
when
good
to.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that for this. The reason I didn't for the other one is because I wanted people to give different chances, like not depending on what someone else.
Was pushing for. I
That's
get
what that was my thinking on that. But for
To
this,
give
it's totally
open
fine. I'll do
talk.
it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm for number three. I am a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz.
Yes.
This is for $375, by the way. I wasn't clear on that.
Mhm.
Kathy
Yes.
and Holly.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Number four is for $575. I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
and Holly.
Yes.
Okay. Number six is for $300. And I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Holly.
Yes.
Great. Okay. And number seven is $400. I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
and Holly.
Yes.
Okay. Number eight is $800. I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Holly.
Yes.
Great. Moving on to number nine. I have $400 for that. I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Holly.
Yes.
Okay. Number 10, I have $400 for, and I am a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Holly.
Yes.
Okay. Moving right along. Number 11, I have $600. I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Holly.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Number 12, $200. I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy.
Super yes.
All right. And Holly.
Yes.
Okay. Number 13, we're almost done, guys. $500. I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Holly.
Yes.
Great. And last but not least, number 14, we have 750. I'm a yes. Trisha,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
and Holly.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. That
Hooray.
concludes the voting portion of our meeting. We did it. We did the tough
Great.
part. Good job, everybody.
Great.
Yeah, that was really good. So for this round, there are a couple things that we need to do now. The first thing is to tell the people that we denied them. I believe that's just right in the system. I don't know who did it last year. I was not the one who did it. But you have to enter the denials by December 31st. And we have our representative there, Summers Smith, at the Mass Cultural Council, and she can always help with any of this state mandated reporting stuff that we have to do and with the reporting system. But I need someone to enter the denials by December 31st. I'll just go over the next steps and then we can figure out who wants to do what. The denials get a chance to rebut for 15 days. If they do, then we have to address the rebuttals, usually by just giving them a very brief explanation of why it didn't fit into our priorities this year. I have not personally heard of anyone refuting our decisions, but that is the process that the state requires. And then we have to submit online to the Mass Cultural Council by January 16th, our final decisions. So all of the yeses that we just voted on and the amounts. After that, the people we awarded money to get an automatic message from the state, but we are also required to send a separate message to all the awardees. And that's in the grant decisions section on the Mass Cultural Council website. They try to make it seem like it's pretty easy to find, but it does take a little bit of navigating. But again, if we make a mistake or anything like that, I found that the people who work for us on the state side are very helpful. They're very helpful they can make changes from their end if there was something that was input incorrectly. It's not like a big high pressure situation. Like we just need to, these are just steps that need to get done to make it official. I will type up the minutes that I took and have that in a draft form. We pay grants by reimbursement for the new members. So the event happens and then they submit their invoice. And then we say, okay, yes, this can be paid, and the town pays it. So that's a very simplified version of the process. And typically the invoices come into the mailbox at the town hall. And I'm happy. I'm finishing up my role here. You're only allowed a 6-year term. I will be on for this next round coming up, but I am happy to teach anyone, show anyone the ropes, introduce you to people at town hall, to kind of show you how the logistics happen. It's pretty easy. Some invoices are starting to come in via email, but most of them still come into our mailbox. And it's a pretty simple process to submit to town hall for payment. I'm going to put together a whole bunch of notes outlining everything that I've kind of had to take over. We did have some resignations, as I mentioned before, and 2 of them were longtime members, one who did a lot. So we were kind of left in the lurch, but I don't want the next people and all of you guys to be in that same position. So I'm going to start creating over these next few months a document with kind of all of the steps, who to meet at town hall for certain, the finance report, who to submit the reimbursements to, where to get the mail, all those little basic things that you shouldn't have to find out on your own just by wandering in there. I'm just going to try to make it easier for everyone. So I'll work on putting that together. So we do need to figure out though, who wants to do these next few things that are due over the next month. Entering the denials, waiting for the rebuttals, addressing the rebuttals, submitting our final decision, and sending messages to the awardees. Now, sending the message to the awardees, there isn't a real time deadline on that. Within a few weeks after we submit, that's fine. It's not like they don't give us a specific date that we have to do that by. They will be notified by the state that they did get that award. It's just kind of a nice thing to hear directly from the council. So we do need people to step up and take on a few of these things that need to be put in to the state website. So we only have 3 denials, correct?
Yeah.
So
Right.
would there be someone willing to enter the denials by December 31st? Figure out how to do that? Going once, going.
No.
Don't everyone jump up at once. Okay.
What does it entail? Do you have to give a reason or do you have to?
As far as I know, you don't have to give a reason. It is literally saying these are the, no, no, no. And then they get 2 weeks, 15 days technically to refute that.
Okay, well, I don't really want to do that, but I guess I'm volunteering to do that.
And we can talk to each other one-on-one. We just can't have a meeting of more than 2 of us outside of a publicly created meeting like this. So I can help you. Like you could call
Okay.
me or email me, or you can call the person at the Mass Cultural Council and she can walk you through it.
Okay.
We just can't have discussions behind the scenes as a group, and we can't discuss any deliberations ever really as a group without being, an official public meeting. But we can help each other in
Okay.
terms of these logistical things. It's not like you have to be on your own wondering what the heck is going on. So
Okay.
that's fine. Okay, so Holly will enter the denials, and then can you
Jennifer,
monitor?
do you want to do the entering again of the?
You want me to submit our decisions?
No, I'm saying I can do that.
You can do that. Okay,
I
I mean,
think
I
you
did
did
it
it
last
last
year,
year.
but I
Yeah.
didn't do that last step. So
that's
I
fine.
might call you and maybe we take 20 minutes and just go through it and
Yeah.
make sure the last step happens. I might call you to do that. So,
Sure, sure.
okay.
So what we would put in, I think, after Holly enters the denials, then
Right. So
we
why
have
don't we do you want to
okay.
do that in like the first week of January, me and you?
Yeah, we can do that.
And it's just a phone call like we did last time. Why don't we do
Okay.
that? And then
Okay.
this way I can learn that very last step. I didn't want to again, but I don't like to not understand that process fully.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
changed
And
my
then,
mind for you.
who would like to send the messages to the awardees? And there is a section right under grant decisions on the state website, and there's like a template or something, so you don't even have to like make up your own wording. Kathy, I believe you did that last year. Do you have the bandwidth to do it, or are you swamped?
I definitely don't think so. And also my name is on our the front page of like the Sherborn Cultural Council. It has my name on it. So at some point you guys probably want to put a different name, and we might even want to come up with like a Sherborn Cultural Council at gmail.com email address.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm
So
rolling off. I think this is my last year, so I'm rolling off, I think.
I thought you just got renewed for 3 more.
yeah,
Who
I
is
thought
Did, but I'll have to
no,
check.
I think you have.
was that Liz? Liz and I both just got renewed for 3 more.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Kathy,
this will be my last year. I'll be leaving Massachusetts.
oh wow.
Will you
Lucky
be here
you.
for our next in December next year, or is this your last
No.
vote?
This will be my last vote.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll send the messages to the awardees. So those are all the things that have to be done in the next month. And then let's talk about in the spring, maybe March or so, we can have another meeting if people are so inclined to create, like, hopefully by then, maybe we could get a couple more volunteers. So, like, in February, we'll get our friends.
Well,
See
we have 2 more people too
two
who
more people.
couldn't make
Hopefully
it,
they
right?
can join in. Maybe they have some friends. We'll see who we end up with, like in March or April. Have a meeting to kind of get organized. I would like to do a survey to the town of what their cultural council priorities are.
I think that's great.
So even if it was just some kind of little poll, I don't know how we would send it out. Maybe get the town hall to send it out, and see what people's priorities are. So that would help us make our decisions next year.
I'd also like to get people brainstorming with some new project ideas.
Exactly. So things like putting an article in Hometown Weekly to tell things that we funded and what we do, advertise for new members in the Hometown Weekly, or even on the town website. I don't know where people look for that kind of thing. And then if people would like to, that we could vote on official roles in that spring meeting. We'll know who's going to be on for the next, round by that point. Hopefully, we'll maybe have some new members. We can also vote on minutes at that meeting, that kind of thing. So some of those, like, it wouldn't be a grant decision meeting. It would be more of like the off-season logistical planning meeting. If everyone thinks that that's agreeable, then we can push those things off until the spring and just focus on the priorities of getting these grant decisions submitted now.
Yeah.
Does that sound reasonable?
Very
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Is there
That's
anything else that anyone wants to discuss before we close the meeting? I think we did a great job, guys.
Yay.
Yeah.
I think this went well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have.
I think it's the quickest voting session we've ever had.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Wow.
Yay for us. Good job. All right. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. It was great to see everybody and to meet the new people. Margot, thank you for joining us.
Margot, is she there? Did
You're
she already
welcome.
click
Thank
out?
you. I really appreciated the opportunity. And
And Margot, for you and George Fisk, the first year he did it a couple of years ago, he got right down to the wire and it didn't go through. And this year he didn't, I think, even submit. But just as September rolls around, definitely check in, okay?
I think
And
I did check in with him in September. See, I live in Canada for 4 months of the year. And
okay.
so I think that I kept saying, George, I think you need to get on this. But anyway, it was great to see the process and understand it. And I appreciate the research that you've done on the various organizations that have an incredible amount of resources when there are many that don't.
Yeah.
And so I think the key for you people is probably to get more publicity because you do good works and you deserve the publicity.
Thank
Well,
you, Margot.
And
It
don't
kind of
forget,
falls on
Margot.
us, Margot. So that'll be part of our spring meeting too, is to, figure out a game plan for, promoting what we do and also raising awareness and in the hopes that it increases participation in the grant application process.
Well, there's so many other organizations that really don't reach out to you that probably could if they were
Definitely.
more aware of what was possible.
Exactly.
Right. And Margot, don't forget that you guys at the Historical Society can submit after the fact. So even
I
if
would
it doesn't
really-
get funded, you can at least try.
Yeah.
I would really like to, review that process and go from there because we are really needy to say the least. I mean, we've been in storage since 2020. Our project has just gone out to bid, and I'm presently archiving 1,000 books that have been drop loaded on us from the very earliest libraries. I mean, we're doing an incredible amount of restoration work on paintings, working on plaques for the monument, the Leland Monument. And there's just so many opportunities for us to look for funding. And at the same time, I'm very interested in having the community center work on becoming a cultural district.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you,
Which-
Margot. All right, I'm going to call the meeting to a close. I'm sorry, but I personally need to go. I really appreciate everyone's time tonight. Thank you all for being here during an incredibly busy time of year. I know it's not easy, and I really appreciate it. It's hard to get volunteers, and you guys are awesome for being here and spending the time to make this happen and to give money to these fabulous artists and programs. So thank you all so much. Really, really appreciate it. And wishing you guys happy holidays, happy new year. And please be in touch. As I said, we can be in touch individually to figure out some of these logistics over the next couple of weeks. So
Okay,
don't be
good.
shy about that.
Great.
Okay, I'm going to call the meeting
All
to a
right.
close at 8:46.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
So
Thank
much.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.